So let's do a little logical thinking exercise. As most of you Christians know, we're all supposed to be one body, right? Like one man, seeing eye to eye. Because there's only one truth, correct? You know, only one way to the kingdom. And people have many different viewpoints on how that is. Which is actually interesting, because that's the whole point I'm getting at. You should, I need you in the churches to think about this. Why is there 46,000 different denominations? 46,000 interpretations of what they think the truth is. That should be evidence right there that the church has gone full-blown apostate. Where did that happen? You know what I mean? How did that happen? You had one truth, Yeshua, came preaching the glad tidings. And in fact, John the Baptist even paved the way for that. And Yeshua went around teaching, and then he got 12 apostles. And all 12 of those apostles preached the same message. And then all the disciples that were taught of them taught the same message. Paul taught the same message, even though you don't think he did. That's because of 2 Peter 3:16. I've said it about 500 times. You know, you stumble at his words. But he preached the same thing. And then all of a sudden, you have all these schisms and branches that started branching off and doing their own thing. And it all happened around, 1 to 300 AD. Definitely some major changes around 325 AD. And then the church is sitting here still waiting for the one to come in his own name. 2,000 years later. Still waiting? You still waiting? Do you know what that would mean? If you're still waiting on the one to come in his own name that you will receive and accept, that means there's hundreds of years left. Because you think all the churches are just going to accept somebody new real quickly? I mean, think about what would happen in the modern day church if some dude, somebody came saying this and that. Would y'all accept this person? I don't think you would. In fact, I would almost put money on it. You wouldn't. So then who is this person that all the Christians seem to be still waiting on to come? You think it's going to be the Antichrist? Because by then, absolutely guaranteed, the church is already apostate. Paul tells you this in 2 Thessalonians. That day, the dark and terrible day of the Lord will not come, that man of perdition be revealed until the great falling away first. So how does that work? I mean, all day, all I do is I try to think up of different ways to present the truth to you to make the light bulb go off. Think reasonably and logically about this. And it's hard when you're talking to a bunch of really, really, really stupid people. Because you are. I mean, if somebody was deaf, dumb, and blind, would you consider them dumb, stupid? Yeah, that's what God calls you. If you wanted to believe a lie and start breaking his commandments, then you're stupid. It's stupid. It would be stupid if I offered, like if you were homeless and I offered you a place to stay, a house, a vehicle, food, all bills paid. And I said, all you got to do is just keep these 10 rules. And you just are like, you live in the house and then you start breaking all the rules. And then I go, well, that was really stupid, dude. Really, really stupid. Do you know how to eat? And you didn't have to do anything. You just, everything. All you had to do is just keep these 10 rules. You didn't have to work, nothing. And you break them. And then you lose the house. You lose all the benefits. But then you move into a shack and think you're sitting like a king. Because that's exactly what the Christian church has done. And the reason you can't see this is because it happened. It happened thousands of years ago. And so, because you didn't see it with your own eyes, you don't believe it. When it already told you in the scriptures. You see, that's the stupid part. The scriptures already told you what happened. It already let you know what happened so you wouldn't make the same mistake. But here you are, doing the same shit the Northern Kingdom did back in the day. Freaking Christmas and Easter. And now, your houses of worship are filled with idols, graven images, blasphemies. And you think you've got fire insurance. I don't know, man. Try to explain this, hoping. I did this with my ex-wife for 12 years. I just thought if I just explained it that one certain way, it would click and she'd get it. Quit being a damn Jezebel. I must have explained it 1,000 different ways, 1,000 times. But the pride and arrogancy that go hand in hand is deaf, dumb, and blind. They can't hear, they can't see, and they can't comprehend. Your man of lawlessness has already come. He came 1,700 years ago, roughly. It's this Jesus character. I've got other videos that say Jesus is Baal, and he is. There's a dozen scriptures that tell you in a roundabout way. Again, everybody's looking for you're looking for a 3rd grade level book in the Bible. You want things spelled out in crayons because you're too damn lazy to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Because you hate God. You hate His word. You hate His commandments. You hate His correction. Prophecy already tells me this. And I see it play out every day. And then when we go into these churches and we try to help these people by feeding them the truth, the pastors immediately threaten to call the police. Going to law with their brother, 1 Corinthians 6. That should be an indication of itself that they don't follow the commandments. Because immediately when you're watching these videos and they're threatening to call the police, and they do call the police, they're already breaking 1 Corinthians 6. How dare you go to law against your brother? Well, that should be evidence of in itself that they're already breaking the commandment. They don't follow what the Bible says. It just aggravates me, man. If you would, dude, we couldn't blame you if you just at least listen and try to research this, but you don't even care. You don't even look into it. It doesn't prick nothing. You don't care. You just throw it in the trash. Well, how stupid is that? We're just trying to wake you up, man. We're trying to tell you the truth, give you the keys to the kingdom before the tribulation hits, and then you're screwed.